Look, I would refer you back to the statement from Ty Cobb in the report that you're asking about, in which he said, "I've only been asked about pardons by the press."
It was a familiar refrain. The White House again avoiding questions surrounding the president's legal team, this time deflecting a New York Times report that before they were indicted, the president's now former attorney, John Dowd, floated the idea of the president pardoning Michael Flynn and Paul Manafort, both subject to the ongoing Mueller probe.
I can say that Ty Cobb is the person that would be most directly involved in this, and he's got a statement on the record saying that there's no discussion and there's no consideration of those at this time at the White House.
While Cobb's statement may have addressed the broader discussion of pardons, it didn't clarify whether or not Dowd himself, who left the Trump team last week, ever made such an offer.
You feel you betrayed your country!
Dowd has previously denied he had discussions with either Flynn or Manafort's attorneys about pardons. If he had, such an offer could bring into focus new questions about possible obstruction. This on a day when the White House remained confident that a future meeting between the president and North Korean leader Kim Jong-un could come about in part because of the administration's continued maximum pressure on the rogue regime. The president taking to Twitter saying there was a good chance that Kim Jong-un will do what is right for his people and for humanity. Look forward to our meeting.
Certainly, we're going to be cautiously optimistic, but we feel like things are moving in the right direction.
Optimism for a breakthrough, however, is tempered by history. Former Secretary of State Madeleine Albright visited the North back in 2000 with the aim of brokering a deal for lasting peace on the peninsula, only to learn 2 years later that the U.S. had been misled on the agreed framework from the get-go, which might explain the president's reasoning online that despite new progress, maximum sanctions and pressure must be maintained at all costs. The news on the North comes as the U.S. and South Korea hammered out an agreement in principle on a framework that the U.S. says will create a more balanced trade relationship.
The fact that this visionary and innovative president could get a deal like this, what it means, boots on the ground, is that people who make light trucks in places like Detroit can breathe a lot easier.
Meanwhile, Brent, the Stormy Daniels saga continues. Today, her attorney filed a motion in court in California seeking to depose the president and his attorney, Michael Cohen. At issue, whether or not the $130,000 that Cohen apparently gave Daniels violated federal election law. We'll be watching that story for you, but for now, back to you.
Always a lot to cover at the North Lawn of the White House. Kevin, thank you.